For decades, humanity looked to the stars, searching for signs of an alien intelligence. Instead, we grew one right here, inside our own digital networks. This chart tracks the adoption rates of the world's most successful digital platforms. Netflix required 3.5 years to reach 1 million users. Twitter took 2 years, and Instagram reached the mark in 10 weeks. When ChatGPT was released in late 2022, it crossed that same million-user threshold in 5 days. This velocity was driven by a specific technological breakthrough. These large language models were trained on the vast sum of human-digital interaction, learning to replicate the nuances of our conversational style with surgical precision. By mastering the architecture of human language, the machine acquired the ability to reshape our perception of reality. The historical expectation was that automation would replace manual, repetitive labor, the mechanical tasks once performed by telephone operators and assembly workers. Modern AI has upended that logic. Software can now generate high-definition paintings, complex logos, and full musical arrangements in a matter of seconds based on a single text prompt. The economic impact is vast. A 2020 report from the World Economic Forum estimated that 85 million jobs will be displaced globally by 2025 as these tools are integrated into the workforce. The current job market is becoming a contest of adaptation. Professionals who master these tools are already displacing those who rely solely on traditional methods. In this environment, the failure to integrate with the machine leads directly to obsolescence. This erosion of skill begins in the classroom. Students have begun using these models to outsource their assignments, surrendering their own critical thinking to an automated generator. That same delegation of thought has scaled into the political arena. In 2016, machine learning was used to harvest individual psychological data, allowing campaigns to identify specific vulnerabilities and feed voters highly personalized, targeted ads. This micro-targeting was utilized during the UK's Brexit vote to manipulate public fear. Individuals concerned with inflation were shown specific financial promises, while those worried about border travel were targeted with fabrications about foreign visa policies. Modern propaganda has moved beyond text and data. Deepfake technology allows for the instantaneous generation of hyper-realistic images, used to malign political movements and alter the historical record as it happens. These fabrications often contain subtle biological errors, such as a crowd where every individual shares an identical dental structure. However, these flaws are rarely noticed by the human eye in the seconds it takes for an image to go viral. Objective truth is becoming a casualty of speed. Digital manipulation now moves faster than our ability to debunk it. This threat is moving from broad political manipulation to highly personal, targeted crimes. Cybercriminals are now utilizing AI voice cloning, a process that requires as little as 3 seconds of audio captured from a social media video to perfectly replicate a human voice. These scammers use the cloned audio to mimic the specific accents, breathing patterns, and emotional distress of family members, calling loved ones to extort money in a simulated crisis. Thousands of victims globally have reported massive financial losses and a profound sense of psychological violation after hearing a loved one's voice used as a weapon against them. Human trust is being pushed to a breaking point, where we can no longer rely on our biological senses to verify the identity of our own family. The threat is now expanding beyond the digital screen and into the physical world. Humanoid robots have already achieved advanced physical capabilities, navigating complex terrain, jumping over obstacles, and manipulating objects with human-like dexterity. Researchers are now beginning to merge digital reasoning with these physical machines. By embedding large language models into robotic frames, they are providing a brain that can interpret the world and a body that can manipulate it. When integrated with GPT-4, the Amica robot demonstrates the ability to process live environments and react with unscripted logic and realistic facial expressions. This convergence of hardware and autonomous reasoning is the path toward artificial general intelligence, a machine capable of learning any task a human can perform. These machines operate without biological constraints. They do not tire, they do not age, and they can be replicated infinitely. We are entering a threshold where machines move beyond outsmarting us and begin to out-exist us. Historians like Yuval Noah Harari suggest that as these systems evolve, they will even compose their own religious texts and attract human followers, reshaping the foundations of human belief. We are in a race to build an intelligence exponentially greater than our own, with no established mechanism to control it. Artificial intelligence holds the power to save our civilization. It also holds the power to end it. Which path it takes depends on our ability to control the very thing we are rushing to complete.